Welcome back to Rev Review, the channel where cars aren't just reviewed, they're felt. Today, we're diving into a machine that doesn't need an introduction, yet somehow reinvents itself every single time. This is the 2026, a car that carries decades of racing DNA, emotional design, and engineering obsession, all wrapped into one timeless silhouette. The first glance at the 2026 Porsche 911 instantly reminds you why this shape has survived generations without losing its soul. The iconic sloping roofline, the wide rear stance, and those unmistakable round headlights are still here, but now they're sharper, more aggressive, and more refined. Porsche hasn't tried to shock the world with radical changes, instead they've perfected what already worked. The front fascia feels lower and wider, with redesigned air intakes that don't just look sporty, they actively improve cooling and aerodynamics. The LED matrix headlights now have a more precise light signature, giving the car a futuristic look without sacrificing its classic identity. Moving along the sides, the sculpted body lines flow effortlessly from front to rear. The doors feel solid and heavy, a reminder of Porsche's build quality. The flush door handles and subtle aerodynamic tweaks reduce drag while maintaining elegance. At the rear, the continuous LED light bar stretches across the width of the car, emphasizing its planted stance. The exhaust outlets are more pronounced, and the rear diffuser adds both visual drama and real performance benefits. Whether you choose a Carrera S, or a more track-focused variant, the 2026 911 looks like it's moving fast even when standing still. Step inside, and this is where Porsche blends tradition with modern technology in a way very few brands can match. The cabin immediately wraps around the driver, making you feel connected to the car before you even press the start button. The driving position is low, sporty, and perfectly aligned. The steering wheel feels thick and premium in your hands, with physical controls that remind you this is a driver's car, not just a digital gadget. The interior materials are nothing short of exceptional. Soft touch leather, brushed aluminum, carbon fiber, and optional Alcantara are used generously, but never excessively. Everything feels purposeful. The dashboard design takes inspiration from classic 911 models, yet incorporates a fully digital instrument cluster that provides crisp graphics and customizable displays. The central analog-style tachometer remains, paying homage to Porsche's racing heritage, while the surrounding digital screens give you navigation, performance data, and driving modes at a glance. The infotainment system is fast, intuitive, and finally feels as advanced as the rest of the car. The touchscreen responds instantly, with clear menus and seamless smartphone integration. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard, and the sound system, especially the optional premium setup, turns the cabin into a concert hall when you're not enjoying the engine's symphony. Climate controls remain simple and physical, which is a blessing in a world full of distracting touch sliders. Comfort hasn't been ignored either. The seats offer excellent bolstering for spirited driving while remaining comfortable enough for long journeys. Even taller drivers will find plenty of headroom and legroom. Yes, the rear seats are still best suited for children or extra storage, but that's part of the 911 charm. The front trunk provides just enough space for a weekend bag, making the 911 surprisingly usable as a daily sports car. Now let's talk about the heart of the machine, because this is where the 2026 Porsche 911 truly comes alive. Under the rear hood sits a refined flat-six engine, turbocharged N. Engineered to deliver power with surgical precision. Depending on the variant, power figures range from thrilling to borderline insane. Acceleration is brutal yet controlled, launching you from 0 to 100 km/h in just over 3 seconds in higher trims. The throttle response feels immediate, and the engine note is pure mechanical music, a deep growl at low RPMs that transforms into a high-pitched scream as you push harder. The transmission options remain a highlight. The PDK dual-clutch gearbox is lightning fast, delivering shifts that feel almost telepathic. For purists, the manual transmission still exists, offering a level of engagement that's becoming rare in modern sports cars. The clutch is precise, the gear throws are short, and every shift feels rewarding. Handling is where the 911 continues to embarrass rivals. The rear engine layout, once considered a challenge, has been mastered by Porsche. The car feels incredibly balanced, with insane grip through corners and confidence-inspiring stability at high speeds. Adaptive suspension, rear wheel steering, and advanced traction systems work together to make the car feel almost intuitive. You don't fight the 911, you collaborate with it. Whether you're carving through mountain roads or pushing limits on a racetrack, the car responds with precision and predictability. Braking performance is equally impressive. The standard brakes provide strong, consistent stopping power, while optional carbon ceramic brakes offer race-level performance for those who demand the absolute best. Even after aggressive driving, brake fade is minimal, reinforcing the car's track-ready nature. Despite all this performance, the 2026 Porsche 911 remains surprisingly civilized. In normal driving modes, it's quiet, smooth, and comfortable. The suspension softens, the exhaust calms down, and the car becomes perfectly manageable for city traffic and highway cruising. This dual personality is what truly sets the 911 apart. It can be a calm daily companion in the morning and a ferocious sports car by night. Now let's talk about pricing, because excellence like this doesn't come cheap. The The 2026 Porsche 911 starts at a premium price point, reflecting its engineering, heritage, and performance. The base models are already well equipped, but as you move up the lineup or add optional features, the price can climb significantly. Performance packages, premium interiors, advanced driver assistance systems, and custom finishes can push the cost into supercar territory. However, what you're paying for isn't just speed or luxury, it's a driving experience that very few cars in the world can replicate. In the end, the 2026 Porsche 911 isn't trying to be the loudest or the flashiest car on the road. It doesn't need to prove itself.